Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 2. I'm Subponicate Poster, and here we're checking out the upgrades to the galaxy map. It's a little more detailed. Everything looks shinier and newer. Now if you want to travel outside of that green ring, which would be other planets in a system, then you have to hit up the fuel depot. Fuel depot is also where you buy probes for getting resources. And we're gonna check out Omega. There's a lot to do here. And it has a pretty cool intro cinema.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate, now.
Oh, of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
I'm famous.
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Aria wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
I'll talk to your boss when I'm damn well ready.
Then you'd better get ready. No one keeps Aria waiting.
Except me.
Afterlife now.
And in case you couldn't tell, Omega's a bit of a shithole.
Warnings about the slums where Dr. Morden Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
And what have we here?
Please.
Shut it.
Please. You have to help me.
No, I don't think so.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaeed Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. I hear we have a galaxy to save.
That we do.
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
My contacts told me we're picking up one man, not two.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates even.
Please. I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. He should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
Well, that sounds fun. I like him.
To him.
I'm gonna turn him in for the bounty. Don't much care what happens after that.
Good to have you, Zaeed. We have a lot to do.
That's what they tell me. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
Of course not.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns, runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya, and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
Yeah, why not?
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes.
Nice shot.
I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink.
Too late.
I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Well, I know I'm ready to get some killing done, so let's switch out for Zaeed. One of the nice things about 2 is that some of these, I don't know, entrance ports, whatever you want to call it, you can just pick a new squad member without having to go all the way back on board the Normandy, which you had to do in 1. Bye, Jeremy. I don't think I'll ever see you again. Classy. And in a lot of places around in 2, you can talk to your companions about what they see.
What's a piss hole? At least it keeps you on your toes. I've had to come here on business before. I feel like I need a shower afterward, in addition to normal decontamination.
And pretty much everyone comments on how much of a shithole Omega is. And the map.
Got a dangerous job that needs doing or employees that just won't work? Let us help. I'm Ruth Genera, CEO of Genera Staffing Services. We employ a large force of driven, dedicated fortune workers ready to address your security.
And there are a fair amount of semi-humorous ads playing. And news stories.
Humans are a blight on galactic purity. You, sir, you are a blight. And you, human.
Me? Aw, thanks. Remember that guy? He shows up in the 3rd game. We've got some markets where we can buy shit.
Something here for humans. Not much.
I'm in the mood to spend some money, but I think I can find better stuff elsewhere.
You won't find a better selection anywhere. Unless you're willing to risk the black market.
I'd rather deal with you than give money to those thieves. You sure we can't make a deal?
Look, I can't compete with the black market. I have to make a profit. I'll do what I can, but don't tell anyone or I'll lose my shirt.
Thanks, Marsh. And let's see what Marsh has for sale. Oh yeah, for our cabin. And an upgrade for our sniper rifles, but we're not gonna buy that right now. Oh, and, porn. That's purely for research purposes.
The Shepherd Memorial on Akuz is expected to open next year, once the area is declared safe for visitors. Admiral Stephen Hackett will preside.
Memorial? But I'm alive!
A blight on Omega Society, or a booth for the stations to press the labor market. A new study of the force's adaptive capabilities
yes,
that with the proper
find flesh.
forces be molded into productive members of society. The study
Leave, human. Tell Captain Gavon we not kill anyone today.
Oh, you seem like a pleasant fellow.
I don't know a Captain Gavorn. Why would I tell him anything?
Not trust you. Tell Gavon we know his tricks. We not kill anyone today.
I still find that hard to believe.
Seem to be a lot of Vorcha on Omega.
Go away. Talk too much. Gavon's thugs get no more. We leave.
Good talking to you.
No more talk. We know Gavon's tricks. We leave.
And the Vorcha are relatively new as far as a species. They were never mentioned in 1, and they're fucking everywhere in 2.
Hello there. Might I interest you in some salvage tech? Every credit goes toward a ticket to get me off this forsaken rock.
What's wrong with this rock? Oh yeah, it's a piece of shit.
Parts and equipment. Maybe we can make an arrangement.
Well, you seem like a decent person, but you can't breathe a word of it to Harry.
Of course.
Then we have a deal. Maybe I'll at least sell something to you.
What brought a nice kid like you to Omega?
My pilgrimage. What money I had got stolen within a few days, so I decided to sell salvage parts. You can see how that turned out. Harrod's forcing me to sell high, and I can't even afford a ticket off this station.
We could do that, but we want a little extra stuff first.
Harrod made me swear not to undercut him, no matter what. He was here first, so it's his right. But no one will buy from me when he's so much cheaper. I can't save enough money for a ticket off the station.
I could go talk to Harrod for you. Get him to ease up.
I won't stop you. If you can convince him to lay off, then maybe I'll get off this station after all. His shop's up the ramp, near where Marsh sells his goods. Anything you can do will be much appreciated.
I have to go.
Please check with my kiosk to see what I have for sale. And thank you.
Well, let's see what Ken's got for sale. That's a definite pickup.
This should come in handy.
And here's our couplings that we need for Ken and Gabby. Holding off on those upgrades. We don't really need them right now. We're pretty flush with cash, but still. And I got a little discombobulated here. Sorry guys, excuse me.
Solarian researcher Morden Solus thinks he has the answer, but he's wasting his time. The plague is the answer. The answer to the endless sea of sentient waste that populates those slums. Let those people fall to the Vorcha.
And a really gentle public service announcement. Here's Harrod.
Tentatively excited. Welcome, human. What can I get for you?
What kinds of things do you sell here?
Friendly, salvaged parts. All kinds. Mostly legitimate. With pride, my prices are the lowest anywhere on the station. You won't find salvage cheaper than mine.
Tell me about your deal with the Quarian over there.
Suspicious. If I had made such a deal, I would certainly not be inclined to discuss it. Accusatory. I don't understand how it is any concern of yours.
Now, the interesting thing about this choice is that it's the renegade option that's peaceful.
What if you and I make a deal? You let him set his own prices, and I won't break your legs.
With barely contained terror, you drive a hard bargain, human.
I haven't even started.
Resignation. Very well. I will release the Quarian from his promise. Conciliatory. To show there is no ill will, I offer you a discount on my own wares.
I have things to do.
Courteously. Have a fine day. Take a look at my kiosk if you want to buy anything.
Harrod shows up in 3 as well, in DLC. I also like the idea of a cigar-smoking Elcor. And here's what you can get to extend your hack time, but again, not needed at all. And we'll go tell Ken the good news.
I heard you spoke to Harrod. Thank you so much. At this rate, I'll be off the station in no time.
And now we'll give him the money, because it's only 1,000 credits.
How much do you need to get off Omega?
I still need 1,000 credits to pay my way. But I couldn't let you do that. This is my mistake on my pilgrimage. It's my problem.
Here you go. 1,000 credits. Get out of here.
Thank you. With this, I can finally continue on my pilgrimage. I'm going to buy my ticket right now. Thank you again.
Hope you don't get robbed on the way. And you can still buy shit from Ken's shop after he leaves. I don't know why you have to buy it. You should be able to steal it. And now that we've done everything else, we'll go ahead to Afterlife and talk to Aria.
Come on, let me in. Aria's expecting me. Ugh.
Annoyed. If she were expecting you, you'd be inside.
I like that idea of Elcor bouncers.
Aria's expecting you.
You've let 10 people in.
What are you looking at?
The man whose day I'm about to ruin.
I'm not looking for trouble.
Maybe I am. Maybe you better get out of here before I find you some.
All right. I've got stuff to do anyway.
Like change your pants.
Let's get out of here.
Some free renegade action there. This is basically Fist's place. Although a little bigger. Yes, you are. And we can pick up the ice brandy for Chakwas here. You can find it in another location if you don't buy it here. And the most important thing, drinking Shepherd. Then you can keep doing this as much as you want. If you do it enough, then Shepard gets drunk. I love windshield wiper fluid.
You want to talk? Talk to Aria.
And it can be kind of hard to hear over the music with the background chatters. Fucking hilarious in this place. Everyone's shit-faced.
That's close enough.
Stand still.
Try it and you'll be scanning the inside of your colon.
I'd almost pay to see that, but it's not an option. You want to talk, you get scanned.
Oh, fine.
If you're looking for weapons, you're not doing a very good job.
Can't be too careful with dead specters. That could be anyone wearing your face.
I was told you're the person to talk to if I have questions.
They're clean.
Depends on the questions.
You run Omega?
I am Omega.
Drama queen much?
But you need more. Everyone needs more something, and they all come to me. I'm the boss, CEO, queen, if you're feeling dramatic. It doesn't matter. Omega has no titled ruler and only one rule. Don't fuck with Aria.
I like it. Easy to remember.
If you forget, someone will remind you.
And then I toss your sorry ass out the nearest airlock.
Well, I've already been spaced once this game.
So, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for Morden Solus. Do you know where I can find him?
The Solarian doctor? Last I heard, he was trying to help plague victims in the quarantine zone. I always liked Morden. He's as likely to heal you as he is to shoot you.
What can you tell me about him?
Used to be part of the Solarian Special Tasks Group. He's brilliant and dangerous. Just don't get him talking. He never shuts up. If you really need to find him, take a shuttle to the quarantine zone. No guarantee they'll let you in, of course.
I'm sure I can convince them.
I'm trying to track down Archangel.
You and half of Omega. You want him dead too?
Why is everyone after him?
He thinks he's fighting on the side of good. There is no good side to Omega. Everything he does pisses someone off. It's catching up to him.
Just the kind of guy I'm looking for.
Really? Well, aren't you interesting? You're gonna make some enemies teaming up with Archangel. That's assuming you can get to him. He's in a bit of trouble right now.
What kind of trouble?
The local merc groups have joined forces to take him down. They've got him cornered, but it sounds like they're having trouble finishing him off. They've started hiring anybody with a gun to help them.
That could be our way in.
They're using a private room for recruiting. Just over there. I'm sure they'll sign you up.
What can you tell me about Archangel?
Not as much as I'd like. He showed up here several months ago and started causing all sorts of problems. If you make your own laws, which everyone here does, he makes life difficult. He's reckless and idealistic. But he seems to know enough to stay clear of me.
Which merc groups are after Archangel?
Blue Suns, Eclipse, Blood Pack. They're Omega's major players. Unless they're at war, you'll never see them together. But one thing they hate more than each other is Archangel.
Do you hate Archangel?
I don't have time for hate. But I distrust them all equally. For now, I'm happy just to let them kill each other.
I appreciate the help.
See if you still feel that way when the mercs realize you're here to help him.
So you must know what's what on Omega.
Everything that's worth knowing. I don't usually give it out freely. Information is power. Mundane things you can find yourself. Take a walk in a back alley or buy one of the mercs a drink. Better yet, talk to the entertainers. They give great tours. Just don't waste my time.
One scan and we're straight to business. People are usually more concerned about who I am.
Your death was downplayed, but hardly what I call a secret. I had to make sure it was really you. You could have been anyone, anything. Whatever you need will come out on its own.
I like the fact that Shepard was dead doesn't seem to rattle her at all. No questions about, hey, where did you come from?
That's as privileged as information gets. I have many friends and enemies I keep at varying distances. I don't count you among either. We'll see how useful you prove. Short answer? Mind your own damn business.
Maybe I'll come back later.
Maybe I'll be here.
You're never anywhere else on this fucking station. Ever! And this is where we can get in to see Archangel, but we'll be doing that mission a bit later.
Bar out on the front, a lot like this. Me and some friends got stupid one night. Long story short, tempers flared, followed by pistols. We all got out, except my buddy Narco. Places like this are slaughterhouses, dressed as nightclubs. I shit you not.
And it's kind of an ongoing thing with Zaeed that pretty much every time he goes anywhere, either all or some of his squad get killed. And here's a familiar face.
Commander Shepard? Is that you? I'd heard you were dead. I'm Helena Blake. We met a few years ago. I don't expect you'd remember.
I remember.
Moved two criminal warlords.
It was only like a month ago.
And persuaded me to retire. I'll never forget it.
What brings you to Omega?
What brings anyone to Omega? Opportunity, success, failure, all of the above. I find this place suits me. I can bring it a certain air of civility, I suppose.
And now you're on Omega. Once a criminal, always a criminal, eh?
Oh no, Commander. I retired. I know better than to go back on my word with you. You convinced me to turn my life around. I'm a social worker now, believe it or not.
What the fuck?
That seems like a hopeless job in a place like this.
Quite the opposite, actually. This place needs it more than most. Doing the good work in a place like this requires that one understand how things truly work, which makes me uniquely qualified.
That's more noble than I expected.
Noble? No. It's just that someone came along a few years ago and made me see the error of my ways.
Aw, shucks.
You convinced me that I could use my contacts and skills for things other than smuggling and exploitation. I thank you for that.
Well, Well, I'm glad to hear you're keeping out of trouble.
Thank you. This is all to your credit, Commander.
I have to go.
Of course. You must have more important things to do.
Not really, but we've exhausted your dialogue.
The hunt is on for Omega's public enemy #1, and this time, there is no escape.
And the lower level of Afterlife. And oh look, it's another familiar face.
Shepard? I heard you were dead. I had a party and everything. No hard feelings, though, huh?
Nah, I hope you enjoyed your party.
Thanks for taking the time to chase a small-time crook off the Citadel so I could squat in this shithole for years.
I could have let Rex shoot you.
And if you leave the straight and narrow, I'll be there to follow up.
Right, because you don't have planets to save and bigger shit like that. Nothing better to do than keep me down. Goddamn saviors of the galaxy, messing with a man's living.
Good to see you too, Fist. Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode of Let's Play Mass Effect 2. Join us again next time where we go recruit Morden.